Night Court ASMR. Hello, darling. Welcome to the Night Court. As always, it's your choice, and you have chosen a bedtime story, a relaxing tale to invite sweet sleep and pleasant dreams for all listeners. Before we begin, take a moment to prepare your space for the sounds of the night court. Ensure that you will be able to do nothing but listen, engage, and enjoy for the duration of this experience. Because this session is designed to induce blissful relaxation, you should not listen while driving, operating machinery, or otherwise completing a task that requires your careful attention. Now, if you haven't already, darling, turn down the lights, sit or lie back in a comfortable position. Ensure that your neck, back, and legs are supported. Notice how your attention to these details is already creating a sense of ease. As your shoulders relax and your jaw unclenches, and perhaps your eyes close, your ears open, attuned to each small sound, perhaps already visualizing the dark sky overhead, the glow of a city on the horizon, the cool mountain wind whispering, the dark embrace of the night. Tonight, you'll embark on a peaceful journey through the Scottish Highlands. You're a young herbalist venturing into the ancient forest to gather ingredients for a healing salve. Close your eyes and let yourself be transported to the edge of the lush green wood as dawn breaks over the hills. The air is cool and crisp against your skin as you stand at the forest edge. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with the highland air, and smell the earthy scent of fresh pine. Exhale slowly, feeling any tension leave your body as you prepare for your journey. You're dressed in sturdy boots and warm layers, with a woven basket hanging from a crook in your arm. And in your pocket, there's a small notebook listing the herbs that you need to find. Your fingers brush against its leather cover, worn smooth from years of use. As you take your first steps into the forest, listen for the leaves crunching underfoot. The canopy fills the morning light, creating a dappled pattern on the forest floor. We have dried lavender here. Watch how the sun shifts and dances. A gentle wind brushes through the leaves. The path before you is narrow and winding, barely visible in front of you. It's thick with fallen leaves. footsteps are nearly silent on the soft ground as you make your way deeper into the woods. To your right, you hear the gentle babbling of a small stream. Its soothing sound will be your companion for this journey. As you walk, you keep your eyes peeled for wild thyme. Its fragrant leaves often grow in sunny patches. There, just ahead, you spot a cluster of thyme between the roots of an old oak tree. Kneel beside the plant, feeling the cool moss under your knees. Gently run your fingers over the leaves. Can you feel how soft they are? You cut a few sprigs. Bring the thyme close to your face and inhale deeply. Place the sprigs carefully in your basket. As you stand and continue along the path, the forest around you wakes up. Birds call to you from the treetops, their songs echoing through the quiet woods. A red squirrel pauses in your path, then darts up a nearby tree. The path now leads you alongside the stream you heard earlier. The water burbles and splashes over the stones. You pause for a moment to dip your fingers into the clear, cold water and feel how it feels against your hand, cool and refreshing. On the banks of the stream, you spot your next herb, meadowsweet. Its flowers stand out against the lush green foliage. Carefully pick them and add them to your basket. The sweet almond-like scent mingles with the thyme, creating a lovely fragrance. As you continue your foraging, the sun climbs higher in the sky, and its warmth begins to penetrate the forest canopy, chasing away the morning mist. Shafts of golden light illuminate motes of dust and pollen that dance in the air. Your path now leads you up a gentle slope, the climb warming your muscles. You can feel your heart beating a bit faster. At the top of the hill, you find yourself in a small clearing. Catch your breath and enjoy the view. The grass is dotted with wildflowers. Bees hum contentedly as they flit from blossom to blossom. In the center of the clearing stands an ancient tree. Its branches are heavy with clusters of bright red berries. It's a rowan tree. Approach, feeling the springy grass beneath your feet. Place your hand against the tree's rough bark. Rowan is known for its protective properties, and you can almost sense the quiet strength emanating from this old tree. From your pack, you take out a pack of oats. This is a gesture for the forest spirits. Whisper a soft thank you as you do. Now, turn your attention to the edge of the clearing. There in the dappled shade, you spot a patch of comfrey. Its small bell-shaped flowers are just what you need for yourself. Kneel down beside the plant and gently harvest a few leaves, careful not to take too much from any one plant. As you're working, you notice a young deer has entered the clearing, moving so silently you didn't notice its approach. You freeze in place, hardly daring to breathe. The deer regards you with large liquid eyes, its ears twitching slightly. For a long moment, you and the deer simply observe each other in peaceful silence. Then, with a flick of its white tail, he disappears back into the forest as quickly as it came. The encounter leaves you feeling peaceful and connected to the forest around you. As you stand and prepare to continue your journey, you notice that the clearing is warmer than the rest of the forest. The sun feels good on your face, and you decide to take a short rest here. You find a comfortable spot in the soft grass and sit down. Place your basket beside you and stretch out your legs. Lean back on your hands and tilt your face up to the sun. Feel its warmth soaking into your skin and relaxing your muscles. Listen to the gentle rustle of leaves in the trees. As you rest, you take a cool drink from your water flask. It's refreshing after your walk. While you sit, take stock of the thyme, meadowsweet, and comfort you've collected so far. You're making good progress, but there are still a few more herbs to find. Feeling refreshed, you gather your things and prepare to leave the clearing. Brush any grass or leaves from your clothes. Take one last look around this peaceful spot, committing it to memory. Then choose a path leading back deeper into the forest. This path is more narrow and less traveled than the one you were on before, and branches brush past your shoulders as you make your way. The forest here feels older, the trees more gnarled, and moss hangs from the branches in long strands, creating a magical and mysterious atmosphere. The quiet is deeper here, broken only by the distant tap, tap, tap of a woodpecker. You must walk more carefully. As you round a bend in the path, you come across an old stone wall, half crumbled and covered in ivy. This must be the remains of an ancient settlement, left these years in the forest. Rub your hand along the cool stones. Can you imagine all those who built this? You then spot your next herb, yarrow. Its yellow color is unmistakable. You add these to your basket. This has been used for centuries to stop bleeding and to promote healing. Yarrow is a crucial ingredient for yourself. As you carry on, the trees begin to thin out. Ahead, you can see a small bog, its surface a patchwork of greens and browns. It becomes softer underfoot below you, and you must be very careful to avoid the softer patches. At the end of the bog, however, you find what you've been searching for, bog myrtle. It releases a spicy, resinous scent when you rub it between your fingers. This herb is wonderful for helping with skin irritations and the bites of insects. With the bog myrtle added to your basket, you've now collected all the herbs you need for yourself. But your journey is not over yet. You must find your way out of the forest. Then you realize that the path looks different from this direction. Don't worry though. You're an experienced forager, and you know how to find your way. Look up at the sun to orient yourself. Its position tells you which way is east, helping you determine the way back to the forest's edge. You also notice the branches of the trees grow more heavily on the south side, which provides another natural compass. And with these clues to guide you, you set back off the way you came. The forest seems different on the return journey. Perhaps it's the change in light as the day progresses. Or perhaps you're noticing new details as you're no longer searching for the herbs. You pass a fallen log, its surface a miniature landscape of fungi and moss. You pause to examine this. Delicate lines unfurl from the bark, and the ants march purposely on, a reminder of the diversity of life in the forest, from the tallest trees to the smallest insects. As you continue walking, you begin to recognize landmarks from your earlier journey. There's the old rowan tree in its sunny clearing, its red berries even more vibrant in the afternoon light. You pass the bubbling stream where you found the meadow sweet, its cool music melodious in the afternoon. This seems to go more quickly than it did on your original journey. Perhaps it's just that familiar paths always seem shorter. You soon find yourself approaching the edge of the forest. And as you near the boundary between forest and open land, the trees begin to thin out, and more sunlight filters through the canopy. You can hear the sound of wind in the heather on the nearby hills. Take a moment to reflect on this journey. You've experienced the magic and the peace of the forest from early dawn to the warm afternoon. You felt the ancient energy of trees that have stood for centuries. Before you step out of the forest, turn and face the trees. Close your eyes and take a deep breath, filling your lungs with the scent of the woods. And feel the breeze on your face, carrying with it the promise of rolling hills and small adventures. The wind kisses your cheek. As you open your eyes, silently thank the forest for all of its gifts. Then, with your basket full of herbs secure on your arm, take your first steps out from underneath the canopy. The sun is warm on your face, and a panorama of Scottish Highlands stretches out before you. Rolling hills covered in purple heather extend as far as the eye can see. Take a moment to stretch, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin after the cool, shaded forest. Your muscles feel pleasantly tired, and you're looking forward to returning home to craft your healing salve. As you walk home to your cottage, reflect on the knowledge and traditions that have been passed on from ancient herbalists. Each herb in your basket represents centuries of healing and harmony living with nature. You feel a deep connection to this land and those who came before you. The delicate purple flowers of the heather sway in the breeze, and bees buzz happily among the blossoms. A pair of hawks circle lazily on the thermals. The fresh, open air of the Highlands fills your lungs, invigorating you after the quiet of the forest. As you walk, you begin to think of the process of making your salve. Some herbs you'll need to dry, some put in oil, and then you must begin the practice of putting them all together. It's a slow, mindful process that allows you to connect deeply with the healing properties of each plant. In the distance, you spot your gray cottage with a thatched roof, nestled in a protective hollow. Smoke rises from the chimney, promising warmth and comfort after your long day of foraging. And as you approach, you remember you set a pot to cook slowly before leaving this morning, and the aroma of soup makes your stomach rumble. You've worked up quite an appetite during your forest journey. And at last, you reach your front door. The familiar creak of the hinges welcomes you home as you step inside. The interior is warm and cozy, full of shelves of books and bottles and drying herbs. This is your sanctuary, where you turn the gifts of nature into healing remedies. You gently set your basket down on the sturdy wooden table and lay out all of your herbs. The combined scents of thyme, meadowsweet, comfrey, yarrow, and bog myrtle fill the air, mingling with the homey scents of wood smoke and soup. You hang some of the herbs in small bunches to dry, their leaves and flowers swaying gently near the crackling fireplace. Others you'll use fresh in your salve. As you work, you feel a deep sense of satisfaction. This is what you were meant to do. Learn the secrets of the plants, walk in harmony in nature, and use this knowledge to help others. With your herbs set to dry, you ladle yourself a bowl of soup and set yourself comfortably by the fire. You gaze at the sun setting over the Highlands. The sun is painted in breathtaking shades of orange, pink, and purple, a fitting end to a magical day. As twilight mingles into night, you feel a profound sense of peace. Your journey through the forest has connected you to this ancient land and the wisdom therein. Your journey through the forest has connected you more deeply to the land and its ancient wisdom. Tomorrow, you'll begin the process of creating your healing salve. But for now, you simply sit and appreciate the quiet beauty of this moment. The warmth of the fire, the scents of the herbs, and the sounds of night settling over the Highlands create a relaxing atmosphere. And as you feel yourself growing sleepily, you know that you'll carry the peace and magic of today's journey with you. like a gift from the ancient magic of the forest itself. I leave you here cozy and content in your little cottage, surrounded by the fruits of your journey,